It's Wednesday, and you know what that means? It means more comic book reviews. Oh, yeah. What have we got? We've got Amazing Spider-Man, my favourite character. Issue number 4, Joe Kelly, Pepe Larraz. So we are continuing this story about the poisoned soda drinks that are making people, freak out. And as you can guess, I think this story is becoming a little bit thin. Now, Spidey's been suffering from being poisoned by this hallucinogenic drug that's, like I say, the Hobgoblin's been putting in the drinks. He's had some weird moments with Itsy Bitsy, who, if you don't know, is a kind of clone from Spidey and Wolverine's DNA. She professed her undying love for him in the last issue, which was bizarre. And here we are. Now, again, if you haven't been reading this run, Joe Kelly is he's interspersing these flashback moments to when Peter was a child, like pre-Amazing Fantasy 15, to show that he was a troubled child and, he learnt right from wrong. And I've been saying that it isn't working, and it isn't working. It takes away so much from the current story, and I don't think it's adding anything. I mean, you'll see as we go through. So anyway, let's jump straight into it. Rand. This is where Spidey's got his new job, or rather Peter, and his old buddy from school, a tearaway, is helping him. It's Brian Herring. But his boss, she's not happy because, of course, Spidey keeps rushing off, doing weird shit when he's at work, and she's almost at the point of firing him. And I think old Brian here sticks up for Peter and saves his job. And then we jump straight back into the action from the last issue where the Hobgoblin has discovered Spider-Man breaking into this warehouse where these drinks are being manufactured and poisoned by the Hobgoblin. We still don't know why. I mean, it's the Hobgoblin. I mean, hasn't he got bigger things to do? Has he got bigger plans to take over the world? I don't know, but he wants to poison soda pop to mess up part of the population of Brooklyn or wherever these drinks go in Queens. I don't get it. And we don't get to find out in this issue too, because what happens is they have this little tete-a-tete, this little back and forth while he's being shot at with some quite bad humor. And this is the thing, there's lots of this like humor trying to throw in, but it doesn't land. It's trying to be oh so current and oh so relevant and really cool, and it feels like an old man trying to write for younger audiences. And I'm really sorry, Joe Kelly, you've done some amazing work, but honestly, it's trying to capture the latest generation, and it's really missing the mark. It's unfunny. The references really don't land and aren't relevant to that generation, and it just detracts from the whole thing. I don't know what to say about it other than that. It's a shame. Anyway, Spidey's saying, why are you doing this? While he's having these weird hallucinogenic flashbacks to his past, which again add nothing to the story. They should have just used these pages to show more about the Hobgoblin's, I don't know, plans or the fight scene. I don't know, but it just feels like it's rammed in there to try and be like, wow, this is like really deep. Look at this Spider-Man run. It's doing something different. And it really isn't. I mean, most of this stuff we could have guessed ourselves anyway. But Hobgoblin basically says, no, I'm not going to tell you anyway. I'm not going to tell you my plan. I'm not going to do the supervillain thing and reveal all my plans in this huge monologue. But Itsy Bitsy turns up while he's saying that and says, oh, we've got trouble, boss. One of our friends at the feds has told us that some people from Rand, which is Peter's boss and Peter's friend, they've gone to the Justice Department to let them know what's been going on with our nefarious plan. So Hobgoblin, he shoots off to try and stop them from getting there. And Itsy Bitsy Spider, she stays there, and her job is to kill Spider-Man. But last issue she loved him, didn't kill him. This issue she's over it. And then there's this weird moment. Now this moment here on the right would have been really cool if it wasn't part of this weird flashback thing that's going on where, Peter suddenly starts doubting everything and starts seeing all the stuff that's gone on in his past, and it's really messing with his mind, and it snaps him out of his mind in this as he in this dream embraces Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy and says that he loves them, but in reality he's acting this out and he's hugging Itsy Bitsy, and she doesn't like this. Like, I professed my love for you last issue. You've just told me you love me. Now you can't say that. She starts screaming. You can't say that. You can't, especially if you can't mean it. And now I'm going to kill you. And we get more of it. We get more and more of Peter being like a delinquent child, going through the rigors of youth, discovering alcohol, being naughty, learning responsibility. And then Aunt May and Uncle Ben, they don't know what to do, so they decide we're going to love you no matter what you do. We're going to love you forever. That's how we're gonna deal with this thing you're going through, right? And it reinforces that he's still angry that he's lost his parents, which I understand. Like, all these things are normal for a child to go through in their youth, but it's just not adding anything to this story. It really isn't for me. You could tell you're wrong, but that's just my opinion, and that's how I feel about it. Anyway, after that, Peter dispatches Itsy Bitsy quite quickly, really, from this brutal killer that he was struggling to hurt. He just webs her all up and flies off to try and save his mate and his boss. And I'm like, really? This whole issue was a conversation between the two of them, and then that's it. It's just lackluster. Now, the only redeeming feature about this book is the art. Pepe Larraz is doing a beautiful job, absolutely beautiful job of this book. I really, really like the art. I think he's really into his flow with Spidey here, and it's just stunning to look at. It is really, really nice. But on the whole, this book is, excuse me, it's just descending into another story that no one cares about, doesn't really make any sense, and it's taking too long to get to the actual point. And I'm sorry it's negative. I'm really sorry. I know people hate on me when I say something negative, but honest reviews every week. That's why I'm here. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours. Please subscribe to the channel if you get a chance. I'd really appreciate it. And if you like the video, you could give it a like. So until next time, see you soon.